2, 1.
Hi, and welcome to the 10-Minute Book Talk. We are 4 best-selling authors who talk all things bookish with you for 10 short and sweet minutes every week. And today I'm Marie Bostwick, and I am joined by my friends Rachel Linden, Julie Cantrell, and Katherine Reay. And our guest today is the delightful and delicious Sheila Roberts. Welcome, Sheila.
Welcome.
So
Yes.
Sheila, you have a new Christmas book out, which is fabulous and wonderful, as they all are. Tell us a little bit about your newest.
I am so excited about this book. I'm actually a little in love with my main character, my grumpy Stanley man, who is a widower, and he has lost his Christmas spirit. And so his wife decides that he needs to get it back. So as all good wives do, she decides to nag him. But of course, the catch is she's nagging him from the grave. So she visits him as a ghost. And so it's a little bit of a Dickens twist. I think my favorite ever Christmas story is A Christmas Carol. I think it's brilliant. I think it's one of the most amazing stories ever written. And so this is a bit of an homage to Dickens from me. And anyway, I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. So poor Stanley, he's got a little single mom who's moving in next door to him with a son who wants a grandpa. And before he knows it, he's stuck making snowmen. He's playing matchmaker. He's doing all these things. He even ends up with a dog. He didn't want a dog, but you know how that goes. Our pets adopt us. We don't adopt them. So anyway, I just think it's a lot of fun. It's a dual story. We've got the story of our young gal who's trying to remake her life, and then our old man. And we get his romantic history too, with how he met his wife and what his life was like. So you kind of see why he's a bit of a grump, but his wife whips him into shape by the end of the book.
I love it. I love it. And you know, nagging in its highest form is really a spiritual gift, is my feeling. So,
well, then we all have it, I
It's a
bet.
virtue?
no, it's a virtue. So I love all of your books. And you know, one of the things I love most about a Sheila Roberts book is if I open it, I am going to be laughing and possibly, don't drink it with your coffee, friends, because today the coffee may spill right out your nose. You're going to be laughing so hard. So Sheila, I know you personally, we're friends. You are so funny. Like, where did you get your funny? Is it a family inheritance? I mean, humor
I don't
is
know.
obviously a high value to you, and not everybody is funny. You have that gift. Where'd it come
Well,
from?
thank you. My whole family is kind of wired that way. So maybe it's a gene. So yeah, I got the funny gene, but the craft gene skipped me. It's very sad. I can't forget it. I can't do anything crafty. It's so pathetic. Everything I try, volunteered one time to do a special on a local TV show, and I was going to show everybody how to make snow globes because the book at the time was the snow globe. I had no idea how to make a snow globe. I had to draft my daughter and one of my girlfriends to come and make these snow globes for me because what a disaster. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. So anyway, there you have it. We all have our gifting, don't we?
Well, funny is definitely your gifting. So.
Okay, so Sheila, and the book, can you hold up the cover? Can you hold up your newest so we can see it?
I love my cover. Is this the most
Oh, it's
ever?
beautiful.
Oh,
And
that's
little
so
lamps and
funny.
shimmers.
It doesn't. A little Christmas spirit. That looks delightful. Okay. And so I know that you've written a lot of Christmas stories to the point where you are sometimes called the queen of Christmas novels.
Well,
Or we just made that up. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're calling you the queen of
I've
Christmas
seen it.
novels.
We're calling.
You've said Marie is verifying that she's in it. What do you think are the essential elements of a good Christmas story?
well, I think you definitely have to have the feel of the season in there and what people are experiencing. You know, of course, our characters all have to go through some hard things sometimes, but mixed in with the hard, we need some fa la la, and we need to taste and feel the sense of the season and come away with hope. I mean, that's such a big thing for me with all my books. I really want the reader to come away inspired and hopeful and with a smile on her face, even if she sheds a few tears along the way. I want her to be happy by the end of the book because there's enough not happy in the world. I'm not a sad ending kind of gal. I just when I'm going to escape, I want to be happy.
Yes,
Nice.
we agree. We all love the
Love happy.
Yes, I know you gals also. You gals are happy kind of gals.
Speaking of happy, Sheila, I believe you've had some of your books made into Hallmark movies. And what was that experience like? And those are good, happy ending.
And tell us the titles because now we want to look
Oh,
them up.
yeah.
It's Hallmark season.
Oh,
It
you're
is.
fun. It sure is. Hey, before I do that, I should mention really quickly. Also, I did a music video a few years back. So if you go on YouTube and Google "Merry Christmas, Mama," you will see me getting hauled away by Santa Claus. Back then, my hair was brown, but those were the good old days. Anyway, but getting to the movies, yes, my book "On Strike for Christmas" was made into a Lifetime movie, and "The 9 Lives of Christmas" has just become a Hallmark perennial. That's just on all the time. And that was very fun because we got to have a little cameo role in it. I really am a ham bone, and I kept thinking, if I get enough cameo roles, maybe I can go on Dancing with the Stars. But you know what? I think I'm giving up on that. I reached the point in life, if I went down for the splits, I'd never come up again. So I think I have to let go of that dream. But anyway, it was very fun visiting the set and getting to see how these movies are made. These Hallmark movies, they make them very fast. They were really, really long hours in the day. And when we visited that set, I was just finishing up chemo for uterine cancer, and I was kind of dragging my wagon. We were there for like, I don't know, 8 or 10 hours, and they were still going at it. And finally, I told my husband, we have to go now. I'm exhausted. But
Yeah.
so they put a lot of work into those. And then, of course, this year, unbeknownst to me, they came up with an idea for a sequel. And so "The 9 Kittens of Christmas" aired on Thanksgiving. So
Oh, what fun.
lots of kittens and cuteness, and the requisite happy ending. So that was fun.
Yeah. That's great.
I love that, Sheila. And what I'm sensing about you is that you love to sing and dance and perform and put a little fa la la into life in general, way beyond the Christmas season. So did I read that you used to do singing telegrams?
Ha!
Is that
Oh,
true?
no. I did so many weird things, all in the name of not working. I was a singing waitress in college, and then I was the singing telegram company, and that was great fun. I would wander around my little tuxedo and embarrass people singing to them. And then I did the band Chick years. That was many years and many pounds ago. I was pretty cute way back then. Anyway,
Make it cute.
but that was, so I really, before I became a writer, I wanted to become a songwriter, and I could have like put a whole edition on my house while I spent over the years on trips to Nashville and song demos. But you know what? I think you end up where you're supposed to be. And I think this is where I was supposed to be.
For sure. But do you ever write lyrics and use that, in any way, in other ways in your life? That have you given songs?
I still do. I still dabble in songwriting. I've had a
Yeah.
couple of cuts on worship CDs, and so that's very fun. Speaking of worship, I'm looking, okay, everybody watching, I apologize. This nimbus coming in isn't because
I thought it was your halo.
We're
really
remodeling
thought it
our
was.
house, and I'm in a teeny corner in my bedroom. It's the only spot I can find where there are holes in the wall and patches and workmen. And so I apologize. It's kind of like, I feel like, I'm about to follow the light or something. It's just,
You've
it's
got
like coming in the bedroom window. Sorry.
you've got so much more to do here on earth. And speaking of that, Sheila, we have loved having you here on the 10-minute book talk, but I've got one more question before we go. What's next for you?
Oh, like with you girls, there's always a next. And yes, so I've got another installment in my Moonlight Harbor series coming out come spring. So that will be great fun. And of course, already on work on next year's Christmas book, because what would Christmas be if we aren't writing a Christmas story, right? So there you go. Fa la la.
Exactly.
Well, when your next Moonlight Harbor book comes out, would you be willing to come back and talk to us about that?
Oh yeah, and you know what? More than just doing this Zoomy thing, I want to hold you girls' feet to the fire. I want to go lunch with you guys. So and come spring, let's do lunch.
Let's do it. I love it.
That'd be fun.
Well, Sheila, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, my friends, for joining us on the 10-minute book talk. We will see you again next week.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.